welcome to Arlington, Texas, and Globe Life Park on a much more tolerable day here weather-wise. No rain in the forecast, just a nice cloud cover and a high of 90 degrees. Speaking of high, your first place Rangers, 6.5 game lead in the division and off to the best 118 game start to the season since 99, 20 games over 500 as they look to win their third straight series today in the rubber game. We're going to count you down to it. It's just after the top of the hour. It's Rangers Live. Mark McLemore, Pudge Rodriguez, Erin Hartigan welcoming you in to the Captain Morgan Club and getting you set for today's afternoon game. We'll take this weather any day after losing weight here on Thursday.
This is a beautiful, beautiful day to play baseball. Nice, overcast, mid-80s. I love it.
83 degrees, 84, 85, something like that.
You watched the entire game Thursday in the clubhouse. It was that bad.
But not today. I'll be out there today.
Not today. He will be rooting on those Rangers here in the rubber game. And Rangers do have the edge here. 10-4 in rubber games this season, 7-2 at home. So what is the biggest area of focus today, Matt?
Scoring more runs than the Tigers. That's what they have to come out and do today. They didn't score. They got shut out last night. They got to come out and score. There's no question about it. And A.J. Griffin has to get on the mound. And he has to go deep into the ball game today. 6-7 strong innings. Keep them close. Give this offense an opportunity to score some runs. They're going to do it. Faced a tough pitcher in Matt Boyd last night, so they weren't really able to put anything together. So hopefully today those bats come alive, and I think they will.
I think that is the key. The offensive today is going to be the key. Yesterday was a great game, great pitching from the Tiger staff. But today is another game. I think I'm with Mac. I think A.J. Griffin is very important today for the Rangers, so the offense can take over and win the ball game.
Well, we'll hear the skipper talk about A.J. Griffin a little later in the show. He'll be with Emily Jones. For now, we join her on the field for a little more on the guys making a difference down there. Hey,
Yeah, he's done a tremendous job. Coming up to the big leagues, especially for a 21-year-old, it's not an easy transition, but Nomar, he came up, he got off to a great start. But then he hit a little bit of a wall, but then he brought it back. So that means he's making those adjustments, and that's what you've got to do. You've got to be able to make those adjustments at the big league level, or you're not going to be here very long. I like what this young kid's been able to do so far, just making those adjustments day to day. If he's not, if he's 0 for 4 one day, he'll make a little bit of an adjustment and get back to doing what he can do. I love his strike zone. I love his approach to plate, everything that this young kid's doing.
Yeah, I don't think it matters where he is in the lineup. No. I think to me he's a great hitter. He could be number 3, do a good job hitting in the third spot, second, fifth, seventh, or whatever in the lineup. But I think he needs to he needs to continue to be out there in the everyday basis and play. I think the more that you play, the better baseball player you can be. And I think that's why he is in the lineup, because, he's a very important piece in this lineup.
What have you noticed when pitchers are trying to attack him? How have they changed their approach at pitching to him to try to get him?
Well, right now what I see lately is they pounding him and they're throwing him a lot of fastballs in.
One to right field. It is deep. Turning around is Pierce. Goodbye. Adrian Beltre hammers this one high and deep. And gone. A home run. Beltre blasts that one to straightaway center.
All right, so we're not calling them killer bees.
No, we're not doing that.
How about we say the two amigos?
The two amigos. We like that much better here in Arlington with the Rangers. Beltre and Beltran there. They've been fixtures in the middle of this lineup, fellas. And we saw it the other night when they walked Beltran basically to get to Beltre. It's a pick your poison. It's almost like the addition of Beltran. See, there I go again. See? Beltran is helping Beltre. What do you think?
Oh, there's no question about it. They're protecting each other in the lineup, and it's not an accident Banny has Beltran in front of Beltre. It's not an accident. You're going to have to pitch to one of them sooner or later, and either one of them can kill you. And that's exactly what they've been doing their entire careers, both over 400 home runs on their careers. So yes, having those two guys together, and it could be one or the other. You can have Beltre in front of Beltran if you wanted to. It's the same thing is going to happen. Those guys are going to hit, they're going to drive runs in, and they're going to scare opposing pitchers.
And I think also, having Beltre also there is dangerous because he hits for both sides of the plate. So if you bring a right-hander, he's going to hit the other way. It's kind of like, that's why he hits in front of Beltre, because those things can happen. The other day against the Rockies, they walk intentionally to face Beltre, and what Beltre does, basic
you
to
were in a similar
RBIs.
situation back in the 90s. Juan Gonzalez and Will Clark around you.
Yeah,
That helped
absolutely,
you.
and that is a headache. Trust me, that is a headache for the other manager when you see that. It's two great hitters back to back, and when the game is on the line, obviously it's like 90% that situation is going to come to those two.
Yeah.
So who you gonna pick to pitch them?
Pick your poison. The two amigos. Jeff Bannister loves him. Let's head to the clubhouse, get his thoughts on today's rubber game. Look at the AL West. Rangers leading the division, shrinks by half a game as the Mariners win in Oakland to cut the lead to 6.5 games. And speaking of the A's, they'll visit Globe Life Park starting tomorrow. More on that in our post-game edition of Rangers Live. For now, our forward trivia answer time here on the show. Earlier, we told you that Adrian Beltre is in a tie for 47th on the all-time home run list. Wanted to know which active hitter is next in his sights. That would be today's opponent, Miguel Cabrera, who is tied for 44th with former Rangers Juan Gonzalez and Andrew Jones. How about that? One of your old teammates.
How about that? That's great.
It's a lot of
Not
bums.
bad.
These guys are pretty good at the game of baseball. We also have a group of them in the Rangers clubhouse. Mackie, your guy to watch today.
All right, I got to go with my boy Ian Desmond. He is going to be hitting second playing center field today. He's leading the major leagues with 5 go-ahead home runs in the 7th inning or later. Playing a great center field. He's been kind of in a slump, so I'm going to get him out of this slump right now. 0 for 4 last night, but he is going to be my player to watch.
The blessing of the man.
I'm going with our shortstop, Jurickson Profar. I want to see how he's going to perform in shortstop. He's swinging the bat very well, and he's going to be hitting in the lineup, very important. So Profar is my player to watch.
You think anyone's going to run on him again today? That was
Why
a
not?
mistake. Rangers 10-4 in rubber games, 7-2 in them here at home, and looking to add to that next here on Fox Sports Southwest. We'll see you afterward.